The Sega 32X core received an update that fixes PWM audio playing too fast and noise in some games. If you saw my video taking a quick look at some games running in the core, I demonstrated an audio issue in this scene. Yeah, he's not supposed to sound like that. Listen to it now in the newer update.
Attention all wing pilots. Stand by to receive orders.
Much better.
Wipe out enemy fighters.
A core for the arcade game Turkey Shoot has been released. It was originally written by Terra FPGA and ported to MiSTer by Birdie Bro. Released in 1984 by Williams, in Turkey Shoot, a third of the world's population has been transformed into killer turkeys. You take the role of a turkey terminator to get rid of these turkeys. The arcade cabinet had a gun mount similar to Operation Wolf to help you accomplish your mission. The YouTube channel Mr. Retro Wolf has posted episode 12 of his MiSTer Core development series. This episode involves a display and CPU, and you are shown how to get a test screen going. The entire series will help you develop a Namco arcade core for the MiSTer FPGA. If you're curious about FPGA and MiSTer Core development, check out his series. Maybe you can be the one to do the impossible and give us a PlayStation 6 core. We may be getting support for the Sinden light gun. The creator ordered a MiSTer and is hoping to get the light gun working natively on it. Right now, in order to use the Sinden light gun with the MiSTer, you will need a Raspberry Pi 4 to process the gun's camera data. The creator of the Sinden light gun wants to remove that requirement. If he's successful, then this will be a great way to play all light gun games on the MiSTer FPGA using a modern flat panel television. If you want more information on the Sinden light gun, check out its official website. The PlayStation Core has added texture filtering based on the method used by the first Unreal game. If you want textures to be less pixelated, then you can turn on the feature in the video settings. I think it does a good job of cleaning things up while also keeping that PlayStation look, and best of all, it's free of any performance cost. However, the feature won't work well in all games, but try it out to see if it works on a game you're interested in. Another feature now working is the dual shock option. If you're using a PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 controller, you can get fully controlled 2-motor rumble working by enabling this option. As for other controllers, the developer only has a PS5 controller to test with, so he cannot test if other controllers work. Regarding another enhancement, a user on Twitter asked if it's possible to add perspective correction to the core in order to fix the texture warping, but the core developer says the cost is too high for the MiSTer FPGA. And it looks like the release of the core is coming really soon. The developer mentioned that he expects the release will probably happen this month, which should be May when this video comes out. I also want to highlight a website that has a lot of great info for the PlayStation Core. Hosted on vampire.net, it has instructions on how to set up the PlayStation Core, how to automatically update the unstable beta, there's info on the status of what's currently implemented, and a lot more. I really recommend if you have any questions regarding the PlayStation Core. Jotego has taken his arcade cores based on the Deco hardware out of beta and released them to the public. The games Jotego was working on and based on the system are RoboCop, Bad Dudes vs. Dragon Ninja, Midnight Resistance, Hippodrome, Heavy Barrel, Sly Spy, Bandit, Boulder Dash, and Birdie Try. You can obtain these scores by either downloading them manually from Jotego's JT Bin GitHub or running the Update All script. Links will be in the description. Darren O has given a quick update on his Terraforce core. So far, he's added sprites, sound, and some input. It's not available yet, but he's making some good progress. A couple of weeks ago, I talked about someone creating a CRT guide for MiSTer on the MiSTer FPGA forums. It was its own document, but now it's available on the official MiSTer FPGA GitHub. The guide is still a work in progress, but it has a lot of great info. There's information on connecting to RGB, component, or VGA capable sets, connecting to composite and S-video sets, MiSTer INI settings, core on-screen display settings, custom video modes, and more. MiSTer Modelines are text settings to let you dial in information about a connected computer monitor or television to get a core working on that display. For example, if your goal is to have perfectly synchronized custom modes for AO46 on a VGA monitor or PVM, then your goal is to match the refresh rate and resolution or an integer scaled resolution of the source video mode. For lower resolutions such as 320 by 200 at 70 Hz, a VGA monitor can't handle this without either doubling the refresh rate or doubling the vertical resolution. Either option will work, but look different. While checking out the MiSTer CRT guide, I also saw a link about a Modeline creation guide created by Thor, and I wanted to talk about it to see if any of you would find it useful. Modelines are recommended for advanced users that know the capabilities of their display. If you don't want to manually create separate MiSTer Game Launcher files for your entire library of games, user Wizzo on the MiSTer FPGA forums has posted a new script that will create a new games folder that will list all the games in your library and let you launch them directly. For example, instead of opening a core and then look for the game you want to play in the core's menu, you can instead go into the games folder and run the game directly from the main menu. No need to manually load the core first. The script will scan your current games folder to create the list. You also have the option of choosing which systems you want represented. Also, if you're interested in having background music playing while you're browsing the main menu, check out Wizzo's MiSTer Background Music Player script. And other miscellaneous MiSTer fixes and updates are, for the Game Boy Advance core, rumble support was hooked up for WarioWare and Drill Dozer. The quirk list was fixed to not accidentally detect games wrong. And an option for turning off sound when fast forwarding was added. For the Centipede cord, vertical flip was added, and there is a mouse and trackball sensitivity setting. And for the Game Boy core, a Mega Duck mode was implemented by Kitrinks, and rumble support was also added by Kitrinks. So that's it for this episode. I provided links to all my sources in the description. Make sure you also check out RetroRGB.com to see my MiSTer News videos in blog form and to get more retro-related content. And if possible, please support them on Patreon too. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. And if you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button and its bell icon so you can get notified of future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you next time.